Wingspan family, welcome to another edition of the Wingspan Podcast. I have my co-host with me, and we have a new guest. Taron, tell the family about yourself.
So my name is Taron Williams. I play football, and I'm a senior here at Central.
We are very familiar with you, but the fans might not be. So tell them about where you're from, and then kind of what brought you to Central.
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And honestly, what brought me to Central was just the family feel that I got when I came here, and just knowing that it's just a tight-knit family.
We're going to go for soaring stories, and we're going to talk about, our mental health throughout the season. Xenna plays softball, and Taron plays football. So we're going to talk about, how that mental health can be a roller coaster throughout the season, and what can you do to kind of keep it at a stagnant pace. So Taron, we'll start with you.
I'll say what helps me keep it at a stagnant pace is whenever I get my chance to get away from football or get away from school, you gotta take that and just relax and wind down and stuff, and just finding out what keeps you calm and keeps you with that, that calm state of mind that honestly gets you through the season.
What are those things for you?
I'll say a lot of people that know me, I love to play the game. I play the game a little bit. I love to go spend time with my family, my grandma, especially because she stays in Durham, on the north side of Durham, so I love to go spend time with her sometimes. And then when we're not in season, I'll go fishing with my teammates. That's something that helps me stay calm and stuff. I like to get outdoors. But
and Xenna, for you, your season's all the way in the spring. So how do you kind of, not only throughout the school year, throughout all that rough practice and stuff like that, but also throughout the season?
For me, I just take my time. I'm quick to drive to the beach. If we have an off day, we have an off weekend, I'm going to the beach. That's just my calm, safe spot. Once we get in the season, it's a little, obviously you guys understand this, you're going every day,
right,
all day. So it's just figuring out when you can get your sleep in and stuff like that, because it's harder for me to leave and get away from all of this. And so sleep is a big one for me. I don't sleep at night, so when I can sleep during the day, I will. But beginning of the fall, it's honestly the first month is always hardest for me. Just adjusting back into college life, back being away from my family, all of that. So just drive to the beach.
I do like the beach. I haven't gone yet since I've been on campus, but I do want to go to the beach eventually. For me, I would say, being with the guys, obviously I live 10 minutes down the road, so it's nothing crazy to go home. But, being around my teammates, we're such a tight-knit group, especially the offensive line. We're always, at least one of us are together at all times. So either that and Toronto, play the game. But I also do love to go home. I see my brother, I go watch my high school play when we have bye weeks. And then obviously going back to see my dog. I miss my dog. Finding that getaway time, especially during the season, bye weeks are really good for me. Because football and obviously softball, I'm sure, is a lot on your body and on your mind. There's so much you have to worry about, not only your performance on the field, but how to continue the same performance and how to kind of, and schoolwork too. So, life as a student athlete isn't easy at all. So what was your guys' biggest challenges throughout the season? Was there a time where you were oh my gosh, I couldn't do this? And how did you get out of that hole?
I'm actually going through that I was going through that a little bit right now. So I really wasn't performing the way that I wanted to perform, and what helped me get out of that hole was honestly just being patient and trusting God and praying a lot, and knowing that it's gonna come with time. I'm gonna get better with time, and just knowing that I gotta be grateful for the opportunity that I do have and being able to play all the big games that we're playing in.
Xenna, what about you?
For me, it was just reminding myself that everything's gonna come. Everyone has their time to shine, and when my time came, I had to take advantage of those opportunities. And I'm one of those where I let go of things a lot easier than I think I possibly even should in all aspects of my life. but really just taking any opportunity that I could and just being grateful for it and being the biggest cheerleader for whoever's time it was.
That's how it was for me. Like, I mean, growing up, obviously, if you're at the college level, like, you were always the superstar in whatever you were doing. So when I first had got here, there was a lot going on. Like, I knew I came in, like, the coach had told me that I was, low on the depth chart. And I was like, well, I've never, like, experienced being low on the depth chart. So I came in, I seen the guys in front of me, and I was like, well, I got some work to do. And then I wasn't performing how I wanted to perform. And then I was away from home, even though, like I said, I'm 10 minutes away from home. I was away from home for the first time, seriously away from home for the first time. And my friends from school weren't there, and I was having trouble making friends. And I just couldn't kind of fit in, I felt like. And I was like, dang, I don't know if I could do this. And then I found, like, they kind of moved us into George. And I got to gel with my teammates. And then I was like, well, these guys are going through the same thing I'm going through. So if I got common people to go through the same thing that I'm going through, then we can talk about stuff like that. We can kind of do whatever and then just find fun out of everything. Like, we found fun out of going on scout team. We found fun, being in meetings. And we found fun, like, cheering on our teammates, because obviously, like, Taron last year, like, we were cheering on Taron and everybody else who was starting and everybody else who was in front of us. And we were obviously waiting our turn. So, like, it was kind of a little bit of what you all said, like, just staying patient, because, like, everybody has a time, and just how you capitalize in that moment. Okay, so Xenna mentioned earlier that she had an injury last year, and Taron did as well. So our main SOAR is the injury recovery process of being a student athlete. Now we're going to try and keep it. We're going to take as much emotions out of it as we can, because I know for both of them it's probably an emotional topic, because there's a lot of hardships. I've been through an injury, but I haven't, not in college yet, thank God. So we'll start, however you guys want to address it.
You can go first.
You want to go first? It's hard. Like, for me personally at least, it wasn't as much the physical aspect. I knew I'm strong, I can do this. I've never had a health issue or anything of that sort until now. But it was the mental side for me, because you don't think it's going to happen to you until it happens to you. I mean, that's the common saying. And when you hear, mine was my hips, when you hear about hip surgery, you think of a 60 to 80-year-old grandparent having something of that sort happen and getting a surgery like that. I'm 20. Like, that was terrifying to me. And also the fact that, like, I need this for my entire life. Yeah. And so one wrong move, I trusted my surgeon, but one wrong move, I'm done. Yeah. I may need assistance the rest of my life, whatever it is. So you go through the initial thought process of, like, okay, I'll be fine. And then it all starts to set in the closer you get into your surgery. I don't know how long you really had to wait for yours. I had to wait 3 months. Ooh. So in 3 months, I'm in almost mental warfare. Right. Like, one day I wake up, I'm fine. By the time I go to sleep, I'm freaking out, I'm panicking, like, and then after surgery, I was good. I, like, woke up. I don't remember waking up after surgery, but I remember little bits and pieces. But I remember going back to the Airbnb because my mom came up, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I'm trying to walk without my crutches. I'm trying to walk without my brace. Yeah. I'm thinking I got it. And I learned it's okay to sit down. It's okay to sit down. It's fine, guys. But then once I get back to school, that's when the mental really, really hit me, if I'm being honest. Because you're back around your friends. You're back around your teammates. You see them going to practice. You see them doing this and that. And all you can do is lay in bed. Yeah. You need someone to come bring you food. You need someone sometimes to help you shower. Yeah. And so it's little things like that for me mentally made it way harder. And then you start physical therapy and you're weak. You're thinking to yourself, oh, I was fine. And then I had this little surgery. It's a process. So going to physical therapy, getting myself up, having to have someone help me go down the hill from George Street to the Walker. Yeah. Not being able to drive myself anywhere. luckily I did have a good support system once I got back to school. My boyfriend was great. AC. Shout out AC. He was coming to my room, feeding me my meals, making sure I take my meds, doing my laundry, doing all those things that I couldn't do myself. And it was hard, but I did have the support of him, which made it a lot easier because my teammates were traveling all the time. And you guys did start spring ball. Yeah. And so, like, a lot of times I was just sitting there, and you get tired of your TV. You get tired of your phone. So you're just like, ugh. And now for me, it's been 6 months, and the mental aspect really wasn't there anymore. But also I pushed myself too hard to where I may now have to have another surgery because I think I tore something in the process of trying to heal to get back on the field because I wanted it that bad. Yeah. So going back to like the mental aspect of patience, like I think that's the biggest part of just having any form of surgical recovery is you have to be patient. You have to take your time. You can't, just because you feel fine, you can't see what's happening on the inside to know that you're not fine. Yeah. So, yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, you know, having to sit out for a whole season and watch your teammates go out there, and you know, things might not go their way, and you're just like, oh, like I could have been out there. Like, how did you get over that hump of, oh my, I can't do anything to help you guys but sit there and cheer?
At first, I wanted no part of it, if I'm being completely frank.
Right.
I didn't want to go, didn't want to show up, because, like, the first time they put on uniform and I wasn't in uniform, I went to the bathroom and cried. I'll admit it, I went to the bathroom and cried, because it was hard, but then I was like, you know what, they need me in some aspects. Right. This is not where I'm needed now. Like, I'm a firm believer in everything's God's timing. So I was like, this is not where I'm supposed to be now. I'm not supposed to be in that uniform now. This season's not my season, that's fine. So for me, it turned into little things. Y'all need me to throw you front toss every game? I'll throw you front toss every game. Y'all need me to go run and grab buckets or whatever it is for practice? I'll go run and grab all the buckets for practice. When we traveled, I almost took on a manager role to help out wherever I was needed, because there's only 2 coaches. The girls, the last thing I wanted them to worry about was, oh, what's forgotten, what do we not have, whatever it is. So anything that was not heavy, I was grabbing, I was taking, I was filling in that way.
So do you feel like kind of learning the other side or the other aspect of, you know, not being a player but being in the support staff system, do you feel like that's helped you not only in softball but in life in general?
For sure. It teaches you a lot about yourself, and it teaches you a lot about who's really there for you as well. And so I think giving them support showed me who really was giving me support back, because you see everything from a different perspective. Yeah. I learned so much about softball that I did not know. I learned so much about who I thought I was close to and like maybe wasn't as close to as I thought because they weren't checking up on me or whatever it is. It really just shows you a lot of, just because you support everyone doesn't mean everyone's going to support you. Who wants to be there for you is going to be there for you. But at the end of the day, like, and I know O-line especially, you guys are family. You guys are super close. And so you guys have the support system of each other, but there's always some people that no matter what it is, you're just going to be teammates. You're not going to be friends. You're not going to hang out. And then, like, now the people that did check up on me, I have an extra soft spot for them. Because I'm like, you cared. And everyone has their own things going on in life. And so also not holding them against the people that maybe didn't take the time to check up on me. We all have our own battles. We all have our own struggles. It's everyone's first time living. So everyone's trying to navigate it themselves. But it does show you a lot about who's only thinking about themselves and who really is there for you and for everyone.
I like that what you said. It's everyone's first time of living. I like that quote. I'm going to use that. So Taron, you know, yours was pretty recent. Talk to me about everything that transpired there.
Well, I'll say for me, my experience with surgery, it was a little bit different because I wasn't per se out for the whole season, but it hit me during the spring ball. You know, we went into spring ball. There was a lot of high expectations for me. I I can comfortably say I exceeded those expectations. I was hooping.
Yeah, you definitely were.
And then, boom, it hit me. And then they told me I tore my MCL. And when you first hear that, it's like, dang, like you're not really knowing, like you tore a ligament. You think, oh, that's like you out for a while.
Yeah.
And for an lineman, that's really bad. Like that, you really need your knee.
Yeah.
So it was so many thoughts going through my head, like not thinking, am I gonna get back to where I was? And then just think about how am I gonna get around campus? Like what am I gonna do? And I can say, like, honestly, the hardest part about surgery was really, like Xenna said, the mental aspects of it. The mental, it was so bad. Like, I felt like I was all alone sometimes. Like, and just sitting in my room all day, every day, like, and I can't, everybody's out having fun, you know. At the time of my surgery, it was spring fling.
Yeah.
So everybody was out having fun. And I didn't really want to be no party pooper, so I'm just in the room chilling, you know, waiting for everybody to come back. And yeah, honestly, that too. And then I had to learn how to depend on people like that, because me myself, like I don't really like to ask people for help.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather do things by myself, and I guess it humbled me to the point where I had to learn how to ask for help and not just depend on myself. And like Xenna said, it was times where I need help showering. Like
it's something else. It really messes with you.
It's bad.
Like the mental aspect, just like it seems so hard. Like I don't know how both of y'all got out of like that point to where it was like, oh, like I can't do anything. Like I can't do the thing that brought me to this school. Like I can't do it. Like that's seems like the hardest. And I've always had like, you know, that like every time I see one of my friends go down or one of my teammates go down, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really don't want that to happen. I want to see them go through like that rough surgery experience. Like, but you know, obviously you both came out stronger than ever, mentally, physically, emotionally. What's the biggest lesson that, you know, the experience of surgery and the post-op and all that stuff, like what is the biggest lesson that it's taught you both?
I'll say the biggest lesson it's taught me is just knowing that I'm stronger than I think I am. Like, because with this was my first ever like big injury. Like, I've never really been injured like that before. So it also taught me that like knowing that I'm stronger than I think I am, I can do anything I really think that I can put my mind to. It also taught me like you got people around you that's here for you. You don't have to do things on your own.
I think for me, it's the independence thing. Like, I don't care who I'm around, I'm going to do it myself. I'm a firm believer in that. That's how I was raised. You do everything yourself. You don't wait on no one. And I had to learn to wait on people. And that was, ooh. Because also I'm not a patient person, so it taught me just patience in all aspects of my life. Because when I want something done, I want it done now. And so that's why I do it myself. Yeah. I couldn't do that. So like my laundry, that started a few arguments. Cannot lie. But just learning patience, learning that everything's gonna be okay. When it's your time, it's your time. And going back to everyone has their own battles and their own struggles, this is something that I truly believe until you go through, you will never understand. Yeah. And I think everyone has something like that in their life. Until you go through it, you will understand. You can try to understand, but just understanding that everyone has their own things and their own battles, and you just have to be there for people that are there for you.
Both of y'all hit on, like, you know, the aspect of, you know, God's timing and all that. Like, how did going through the process of the surgery and stuff like that, like, how did that strengthen your relationship with God?
I'll go. I prayed a lot. If I'm being honest, I really didn't grow up in a religious household. Yeah. My mom was very, if you want to, go for it. Just the way she was raised, it wasn't something she wanted for her family. But for me, I did a lot of prayer and a lot of, like, some of the times it was, especially in the beginning, it was me asking, why is this happening to me? What did I do? What karma is this for me? Right. And then after a while, I started realizing, like, no, I need prayer for strength, that I'm going to be okay. All of those things, especially when I was in my lowest mental state, prayer was super important to me, like super important. And I think it brought me closer because when I was in the room alone, he was the only one seeing what was happening,
right,
what I was going through. And so I put a lot of trust into the higher power, and it just made me closer with him.
I would say for me, like, being that I was alone, like, I felt like I was alone and stuff, and I didn't really want to be a burden to everyone else. Then, like, I felt like God was really, like, the only other person that I could really, like, just depend on. So I just sit and talk to him a lot of times, and it would really honestly help me get through it. That's really, God is really the only reason I got through this. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be, honestly. Like,
so, you know, you guys were talking about, like, what you guys do to, you know, clear your headspace, and obviously, you know, Xenna, you talked about going to the beach. It was hard for you to go to the beach when, you know, your hip surgery, and Taron, you were talking about, you know, going fishing and stuff like that. Like, what kind of activities did you guys find to, you know, kind of clear your headspace through, you know, the surgeries and stuff?
you want to go first? You can go first, but I kind of already got this one.
Go ahead.
I'd say for me, like I said before, to play the game. But another thing that helped me was, like, I found a new community, like, in the training room. Because, like, before, I never really went in the training room, like, at all.
Mm-hmm.
But being that I got hurt, I'm in there all the time now. So then I got close with all the trainers and stuff, and that they were there for me, like, when I felt like I was all alone, and ultimately that honestly helped me get through it too.
Mine was finding excitement in the little things that I could finally do. Like, when I was able to get out of bed and crush my way to that elevator to go up to AC's room, I was so excited because I was like, I can get out of my room, I can do this. Like, I wasn't going to softball practices. I would get excited to come sit out at y'all's practices.
Yeah.
Because that was fresh air. I was not getting a lot of fresh air because I couldn't move for really 2 weeks at all. And so coming out and seeing y'all, whenever AC was like, yeah, let's go do this after. And I would get so excited. Just for me, it was finding excitement and happiness in the little things that I was taking for granted. Because that's, I think, another thing that happens you realize during surgery is you take a lot of little tiny things in your life for granted, and then when you're stuck on that bed not being able to do anything, you're like, I miss going to the shower by myself.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time I dropped the toilet paper, and I had to sit there for 10 minutes waiting for someone to come back to the room to grab it for me. I couldn't bend down to grab it. So it's little things like that, like, you're like, oh, wow. So it's just the happiness in the little things. And that's why now I get so excited about the little things, because, like, I'm healthy, I can walk, I can run. I can't run sideways, but I can run. But I can move. But I'm still so excited just to walk and see my boyfriend, walk to y'all's football practices, even weights. I'm excited to do a warm-up. Like, what? So, yeah.
So we've hit on the athlete aspect of going through, like, you know, the surgery and the mental health aspect. So let's hit on the student side. Like, how were your guys' student experiences grade-wise, or, you know, how did you guys work yourselves back up to that stellar student athlete that we know you both to be?
Man, that was the best my grades ever looked. I had nothing else to do. Like, all I had to do was literally lay in bed. So, open up that laptop. That was the most far ahead in classes I had ever been. Like, and I was fortunate enough to have professors that were working with me super well over the whole thing. They all would be like, if you can pop up, pop up. I was finally able to move enough, and I was able to back drive myself again. So the last day of classes, I showed up to all the classes. And the professors were so excited to see me. But, I mean, I had nothing else to do. I literally had nothing else to do, so why not be an academic weapon for the 4 weeks, really, that I'm stuck in this bed?
I'll say, well, for everybody that knows me, they know I do not do in-person classes. So for me, this was honestly probably, I was fortunate enough to have, like, straight online classes. But all my professors, they worked with me, and they gave me extra extensions when I did have my surgery because they knew that being out was like I was gonna be out of it a little bit, not really wanting to do any work for that first week. But after that first week, I was getting everything done.
Because like for me, I think it was 2 weeks they gave me off because I needed those meds.
Yeah.
And when I took them, I was out. No one was home.
So, you guys hit on, some special people who helped you out through that. Shout out some of the people who helped you through, like, the rough times you guys went through. Like, if there's anybody you guys want to shout out.
Yeah, first.
Well, first off, I'm going to say God first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta say God. Like I said before, without him, I wouldn't even be here for real. My mom, my family, Diesel, I can't forget Diesel, all my boys, I wouldn't they helped me so much through this process, just helping me stay in it mentally. And yeah, everyone else that was, the trainers, everyone else that was involved too, everybody that's close in my circle, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I would like to say God first, always. My mom, especially, she came all the way from Georgia to be with me. AC, big time. Alana, Dejanay Smith, that's my girl right there. Checking on me every day. She would sometimes come visit me. So, also all of you guys, because I would get excited whenever I did get to see your guys' faces. Again, the little things for me. Honestly, most of the football team, when I would go up on that fourth floor, and I'd be like, Xenna, I'd be like, hi. I'd get so excited. So, shout out football team, shout out softball team, shout out all y'all.
Wingspan is brought to you by G. Allen. G. Allen Incorporated is dedicated to providing the highest quality service in the promotional products, embroidery, screen printing, and apparel industries. Our first and foremost goal is to meet our customers' needs with products that are designed to reinforce their brand and execute the message. G. Allen Incorporated aims to make the purchasing process simplistic and non-intrusive, as we know that our clients' time is valuable.
G. Allen Incorporated will be synonymous with their superior quality, integrity, and on-time delivery. We will strive to be innovative and creative by keeping a keen eye on new products and techniques. We will look for avenues to expand our reach and opportunities for growth, keeping in mind our responsibility and accountability to our clients and our community. I'm with G.
What's the favorite place that sports has taken you?
That's easy. It's actually hard because now I got two.
Yeah.
I'd say Cali when we went to play UCLA in the Rose Bowl. That was pretty cool. And then two, I'd say Atlanta when we played in Mercedes-Benz, played Jackson State in the national championship. That was two of my favorite places that I've been.
Xenna, I don't think we've asked you this question.
College, Florida.
Okay.
Tampa. Travel ball, so high school, Colorado. I love Colorado.
Where'd you go in Colorado?
Denver.
Ooh.
Up in the mountains. It was midsummer, but going up the mountains and there's snow up there. I love snow, so I was happy.
And I was having this debate with one of my friends or one of my teammates. I forget what it was. What's the hardest sport you guys think it is to play?
Well, obviously, I'm biased, so I'm gonna say football.
Okay.
But if I can't say football, I would say softball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Cause I've been able to watch and honestly to hit a small yellow ball going that fast, softball or even baseball, to hit a ball going that fast, that's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased too. I'm gonna say softball, but since I can't say softball, I'm not gonna lie. I think swimming or gymnastics.
Why you say swimming and gymnastics?
My brother was a collegiate swimmer growing up.
Okay.
And you have to learn how to hold your breath, force your body, because when you're swimming, your body's going against the water, because you go down one way and on your way back, you're going against that water you just swam through. You're having to contort your shoulders, learn how to breathe underwater while kicking as fast as you can. And it's tiring. And gymnastics, because why are you flying, bending that way?
Yeah.
All that is a little much for me, but I would say gymnastics is up there.
I have another one.
Okay.
Boxing.
Ooh, I was gonna say boxing. I was gonna say boxing.
To be able to take a punch. Okay.
Yeah, and then have to, not lash out. You gotta stay calm. Yeah.
Or a liver shot.
Yeah.
That can shut your whole body down.
Yeah, I would be done. I couldn't do boxing. I would say, boxing, baseball and softball is pretty hard too. I would say golf is up there too, because everybody thinks they can go out and swing a golf club, but I went to the range, I think over the summer, and it was so hard to actually get it to where you want it to go, and actually hit the ball. Like you see Top Golf, Top Golf's easy. It's not like Top Golf, because you have to actually hit it. The hole is like 400 some odd feet away. And you may think, I can strong arm this and hit it as far as I want to. No, it's a real technique.
You have to have like a certain path and all of that. Is bull riding a sport?
I would. It's on ESPN. I would consider it a sport.
Bull riding gotta be the hardest to me.
Yeah.
I can see it.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR, because you gotta drive that fast. You have to drive super fast. You could get into an accident, and you gotta drive in, let the pit crew do their thing, be patient. And let the pit crew do their thing. That's pretty hard to me too.
I'd also say tennis too.
Yeah.
I think tennis is pretty hard. You have to learn how to use one hand, not slice the ball, and you're constantly moving nonstop. And you're sliding. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next question we have is, if you played another sport, what would that sport be?
That's easy. Basketball.
Yeah.
If I play, I'm not that good at it, but I'm 6'8", so
right.
Why not?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, for Wingspan family who don't know, Taron is not the shortest human being in the world. Yeah. He's, like you said, he's 6'8", so yeah.
Yeah.
Xenna, what about you?
Another female sport, tennis.
Okay.
If I was a man, I'm going football.
Okay.
Let me run into someone, please.
If I was, I could be automatically good at the sport, I would say baseball. Because baseball, you make it to the pros, you get paid crazy money off of it. Baseball, and it's I've always whenever you see people hit the grand slam for the walkout grand slams, or just or home runs in general, that just seems very hyped to me. And I have a bunch of friends play baseball, and they always say oh, it's so fun. And I watch baseball sometimes, and that looks fun. So I would say baseball. Another one, where do you see yourself in the future? Maybe 10 some odd years in the future.
I see myself with 2 little mini-me's.
Okay.
Duh. Don't forget the ring on the finger.
Okay.
And then, honestly, just traveling, working, doing sideline reporting, all of that. That's kind of where I see myself, with 2 little dogs as well. No big dogs ever. A house in the country. Yeah.
So, for me, I can't really tell you that, because one thing I learned throughout this whole process, with my surgery and stuff, I have my own plans, but God always got a better plan. So and you can have a plan for yourself, and He completely redirect you and stuff. So honestly, when people ask me that, I don't really have an answer for them. Yeah, I'm just really going with wherever God takes me.
I love that answer.
You better than me. I'm gonna have my 2 little ones.
For me, I would say something in the sports broadcasting realm, whether it be like you said earlier, sideline reporting, or being a sports news anchor, or being in front of a camera some way, somehow, living in the country, obviously with the family, and just being financially just stable and enough to, what my parents did, where they're able to provide anything that I would want and need, something like that. Just enjoying life.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the biggest inspiration in life, in your life?
Like a person?
Person, place, or thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say
it could be an event too, a life event.
I got 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say I'm trying not to get emotional when I talk about her, but my mom, just seeing everything that my mom going through, at home and seeing how she, no matter what, it's like she gonna wake up, she gonna do what she gotta do, she gonna provide for her kids, and then go to sleep, do it again the next day, and not complain not one bit. And I can't thank God for giving me. I can't thank God enough for giving me a good mom that I have now. And also, I say one of my friends, Takia, like just seeing everything that she's going through right now, and just like knowing that if she go through the things that she's going through, I could continue to strive and go every day and do what I gotta do.
Mine, easily, both my parents. My dad, now I'm going to try not getting much about this, but my dad has provided a life for me that I genuinely don't think, like, ever could be relived. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has sacrificed so much for our family, and, I mean, he's the example to me. Like, when I think of someone that's who I want to spend my life with, they have to be like him. He's just loved that man down. And my mom, luckily my dad has provided, the life we live. But she had 7 kids, never complained once, does everything she can to be there for me, my siblings. Like, she will always put us above her at all times in her life. Both my parents will, but especially my mom. So I strive to be a mother like her and end up with someone like my dad,
That's awesome. For me, it's my family, like all, 4 members, and then my dad, always being just level-headed, and he's able to, anything that you throw at my dad, he's going to be able to do. My mom always holding me down. She's always the first person to check on me, and whatever happens. Like, it could, even now, like, she's still texting my phone constantly to this day. My older brother, he went through a lot. He loves to say he paved the way for us, but he definitely did, but we just don't give him enough credit for it. He went through a lot college-wise, and kind of gave us the blueprint on what not to do. So I couldn't thank him enough for, providing me and always being in my corner regardless of what's going on. And then my younger brother, like, he's doing a lot. Shout out to him. He's got a lot going for him. He's going to South Carolina. He's early enrolling in South Carolina in January. So, seeing everything that he's accomplished, just, I'm like I'm just always proud of him for that. And then for me, it's always like the fear of not being successful. Like, if you know me, like, like I'm always doing something to make some type of money. Like, I can't fail, because like I feel like if I fail, like I'm letting everybody down. I'm just, so just the fear of not being successful for me. Okay, and the last question, is who's the best player you've ever gone against? You can do college, you can do high school, you can do middle school, you could do little league, whatever you want to do.
Go ahead. Okay.
Whoa, time out. All right, well, I mean, I'd say the best player I've gone against in college, we played UCLA. They had this DN named Latu, and he had draft stock. He ended up being drafted, I think, top 15 in the first round, but he was pretty good.
Yeah.
College. What did I spend my freshman year? You go ahead and answer.
For me, in high school, start with high school. High school, I had 2 teammates on my team. One who's at Houston now, and the other one leads the ACC in sacks. So shout out VJ and Josh. And then I would also put my little brother in there. He's a 4-star, committed to South Carolina. I would say that. And then college, I would say Willie Lampkin. I did go against Willie against at Carolina. I played D-line that game, so I'd say Willie in college.
I don't know their names, but I'm going to take it back to Florida my freshman year. We played, I think it was Utah. I don't know who that pitcher was. And I personally did not hit against her, but I'm going to put her in that because She did her big one. Massively. This year, if we play Tennessee like we're supposed to, Carlin Pickens. That's going to be the best player I play against in my whole life. Telling you right now.
Well, thank you all for joining us for another edition of the Wingspan Podcast. This has been a great one, and I'll see you next time.